thing. You could tell the lawyer wrote that statement instead of the publicist because he was being a little combative.
50 Cent never made a secret about keeping lawyers on standby. He's got them ready like bodyguards. After years of whispers, accusations, and nonstop speculation, it looks like those lawyers are finally earning their pay against Jay-Z. Leaked footage, sealed documents, and an old rivalry reignited, the kind of chaos that could shake the entire rap world. This isn't just another celebrity lawsuit. This is a full-blown showdown threatening to crack hip-hop's power structure wide open. When Curtis Jackson, better known as 50 Cent, strutted into that federal courthouse with his crew of top-tier attorneys holding what insiders called a mountain of evidence, everyone in the entertainment industry froze for a second. What's happening here isn't petty social media drama. It's decades of rivalry boiling over into something massive. We're talking about the same man who survived 9 gunshots, turned himself into a global mogul worth hundreds of millions, and never backed down from a fight. Now he's taking his feud with Sean Carter, the one and only Jay-Z, off the internet and straight into the courtroom. And people can't stop talking. Could this be the case that finally exposes the secrets behind hip-hop's biggest power moves? Stepping into the ruthless battlefield of the American legal system, this wasn't just a fight between two rich rappers flexing their power. It was a war of principles, a clash between two completely different mindsets about control, accountability, and who really runs things behind the scenes. In an industry that's always played by its own secret rules, 50 Cent has been shaking the table like never before. Instead of keeping quiet like most of the big names who'd rather protect the silence that shields their empire, he's been calling names, drawing lines, and refusing to let anything slide. He's not just talking, he's demanding receipts, answers, and real accountability from people who thought they were beyond reach. This legal face-off isn't some random feud that popped up overnight. Its roots go deep. The tension between these two icons traces all the way back to the start of their careers, built on competition, ego, and the constant struggle for dominance in a game where loyalty rarely lasts. For over 20 years, their rivalry has shaped hip-hop's power dynamics, and now it's finally blowing up in the courtroom. Back in 1999, before the fame and the millions, 50 Cent was still that hungry underground rapper making noise with raw mixtapes and gritty street performances. That's when he dropped How to Rob, a bold and fearless track that had the whole rap world talking, especially because of one line where he straight up joked about robbing Jay-Z. He spit, "What? Jigga just sold like 4 milli. He got something to live for, don't want to engage, putting 4 through that Bentley coupe door." That single line, dripping with confidence and pure audacity, became the spark that lit a fire lasting over 2 decades. It wasn't just a diss, it was 50's way on announcing himself to the industry, showing he had no fear and no filter. That moment instantly turned into a cultural flashpoint, igniting a rivalry that refused to die out, popping up again and again in interviews, lyrics, and subtle jabs that fans loved to dissect. Jay-Z didn't stay quiet either. His response came fast and sharp, setting the tone for their back and forth for years to come. At Hot 97's legendary Summer Jam, Hav dropped a freestyle that later became It's Hot, Some Like It Hot from his album Volume 3, Life and Times of S. Carter. With that cold-blooded line, "Go against Jigga, it's dense," Jay made it clear he heard 50 loud and clear, and he wasn't backing down. Jay-Z fired back with that now iconic jab of, "I'm about $1, what the F is 50 cents?" A line so sharp it instantly became hip-hop history.
But you will meet people in court and you will do lawsuits yourself, which I love.
Yeah,
you be like, man.
I get into it.
Yeah.
I spend $1 million a year. I keep legal counsel year round. So I'm gonna sue you as often as you think you would sue me.
Right.
Like that, because they look and they say, once you got the package, you become a target for the target.
What's wild is that 50 himself later admitted that moment changed everything for him. In a 2003 Rolling Stone interview, he said that having someone of Jay-Z's level respond to him was like getting an official stamp of approval from the king himself. That bar didn't just sting, it made 50 legit in the eyes of the entire industry. Over the next few years, their relationship swung between competition and cautious collaboration. They weren't best friends, but they knew the value of keeping things cool, at least in public. In 2003, they even hit the stage together on the Rock the Mic tour, showing fans that money could keep old rivals in check. Then came their Reebok campaign, followed by the I Get Money Forbes 123 remix, moments that proved business sometimes trumps beef. But let's be real, that piece was only surface level. By 2007, the tension was still simmering beneath the luxury suits and million-dollar deals. Jay-Z had evolved into the ultimate corporate mogul, the cool-headed businessman who flipped street hustle into boardroom business moves. Meanwhile, 50 stayed true to his street roots, raw, loud, and unafraid to call out anyone, no matter how much money or power was on the line. That difference in mindset kept their rivalry alive, turning it into one of hip-hop's most fascinating power struggles. 50 Cent's move in this latest storm shows exactly who he's always been, a man who refuses to stay quiet when he smells something off. If he sees hypocrisy or injustice, he's not biting his tongue for anyone, no matter how much money or power is on the line. That boldness, that need to call things out while others play it safe, has made him one of the few voices in the game unafraid to stir the pot. While others keep quiet to protect connections and careers, 50 goes straight for the truth, loud, fearless, and ready to face the fallout. And his outspokenness has only gotten louder as more accusations shake up the entertainment world. Every time a new scandal surfaces, he dives right in, connecting dots and demanding accountability while others pretend not to see what's happening. That's why people either love him or can't stand him. He doesn't play by the industry's unspoken code of silence. Now the legal files in this case have hit the scene like a bombshell. The claims inside have made everyone from industry insiders to everyday fans question what's really going on behind those velvet ropes and VIP rooms. In December 2024, Jay-Z was officially named in a lawsuit accusing him of serious misconduct at an afterparty back in 2000. He's strongly denied everything, calling the claims false and an extortion attempt. But even with his firm denial, the situation blew up fast, sparking headlines, online debates, and a wave of curiosity that's impossible to ignore. What started as whispers turned into a legal showdown that's now playing out under bright courtroom lights. And once again, it's 50 Cent at the center, pushing for answers while the rest of the industry scrambles to keep things under wraps. What's unfolding now threatens to crack open the hidden power lines running through the entertainment industry, and the footage 50 Cent claims to have might just light the fuse. For decades, talk about secret societies pulling strings behind the scenes has floated around, usually laughed off by mainstream media as wild conspiracy talk. Still, those rumors have refused to die out, living in the corners of pop culture and online speculation. But now, everything's flipped. The alleged footage that 50 Cent says he's holding has taken those once dismissed theories and dragged them right into the courtroom, forcing people to look twice. Suddenly, what used to sound like fan fiction has become part of a real legal battle involving some of the most powerful names in the game.
The lawsuit thing, I thought that was to make sure that didn't happen.
Wait, you talking about the Drake lawsuit?
Yeah.
To make sure what didn't happen?
Jay-Z in particular has long been tied to whispers about the so-called Illuminati, a secret group accused of controlling global events from the shadows. Ever since his rise in the late 1990s with Rockefeller Records, people have been spinning theories, decoding hand signs, and claiming hidden meanings in his videos. What used to be seen as harmless internet chatter is now being discussed in legal filings, the kind that could shake the careers of industry giants if proven true. To truly get how wild this all is, you've got to understand where these Illuminati stories even came from. The real Bavarian Illuminati was a small Enlightenment-era group that disbanded way back in 1785. Modern-day versions are mostly built on hoaxes from the 1960s, boosted later by internet obsession and celebrity symbolism. Yet here we are, centuries later, watching those old myths collide with real-world court drama. These secret society rumors didn't just appear out of nowhere, they stuck around because hip-hop itself helped feed the fire. Over the years, artists have used powerful imagery, mysterious symbols, and luxury aesthetics that fans and critics alike started decoding like clues. To believers, those visuals became hidden messages, while skeptics brushed them off as creative expression and branding. Still, in hip-hop culture, few figures have fueled those theories more than Jay-Z, a man who rose from the streets to billionaire status with unmatched speed and style. Jay-Z has never shied away from his past. He's talked openly in interviews and even in his memoir, Decoded, about selling crack before the fame, framing it as part of his hustle story, how he learned the art of business from survival. But that honesty has had an unexpected side effect. Many fans and conspiracy hunters started wondering if his incredible leap from corner deals to corporate meetings came with certain connections or trade-offs behind closed doors. That speculation turned into a whole subculture of theories about how far influence and ambition can really go. It was hidden, what else might be kept out of sight? The questions only grew louder as more unsettling rumors began to surface over the years. Throughout Jay-Z's career, a wave of allegations and gossip has followed him like a shadow, though he and his team have always denied any wrongdoing. One of the most talked about and controversial rumors came from the late 90s, claiming Jay-Z had some sort of relationship with rapper Foxy Brown when she was still in her mid-teens. Those claims gained major traction after Nas threw shade in his 2001 diss track, Ether. But Foxy Brown herself has shut those rumors down again and again, calling them fake news and insisting nothing inappropriate ever happened. Still, despite her repeated denials, those old whispers have never completely faded. Now, with fresh legal drama swirling around the hip-hop elite, they've resurfaced louder than ever, adding fuel to an already explosive situation. And in the middle of it all stands one of Jay-Z's most recognizable symbols, the rock diamond hand sign. That pyramid-shaped gesture, long seen at his concerts and in videos, represents The Rock, Rockefeller Records, Rock Nation, and the diamond-level success he built from the ground up. Yet, for some fans, it's become something more mysterious, a symbol they believe hints at power far beyond music. Jay-Z finally broke down the truth behind his famous rock diamond hand sign in a 2023 interview, and his explanation was surprisingly simple. He said it came from the R&B group Christian back in 1996, around the time Rockefeller Records was dreaming big and celebrating the idea of one day going diamond in sales. It was never about secret symbols or hidden meanings, just a business-minded nod to success and ambition. But of course, not everyone bought that. Conspiracy theorists have kept tying that diamond-shaped gesture to the Illuminati pyramid or the Eye of Providence from the US dollar bill, insisting there's a deeper layer hidden behind the music. For those already convinced something secret is happening behind closed doors, that connection looks way too perfect to ignore. As the symbol spread across the entertainment world, with artists, fans, and even athletes throwing it up, the rumors exploded.
But you will meet people in court and you will do lawsuits yourself, which I love.
Yeah, no,
you be like, man.
I get into it.
Yeah.
I spend $1 million a year. I keep legal counsel year round. So I'm gonna sue you as often as you think you would sue me.
Right.
Like that, because they look and they say, once you got the package, you become a target for the target.
And when Beyoncé flashed the rock sign during her 2013 Super Bowl halftime show, it sent theorists into overdrive. Some claimed it was undeniable proof of a bigger network of influence, while defenders said it was nothing more than a proud wife repping her husband's brand on the biggest stage in the world. The obsession over that single gesture shows just how deep these Illuminati theories have sunk into pop culture. Every move, every photo, every outfit gets dissected like it's part of a secret code, especially when it comes to the Carters and the luxury empire they've built together. Even fashion hasn't escaped the storm of speculation. Jay-Z's clothing line, Rockaware, and other affiliated brands have often been accused of hiding secret meanings within their designs. Items featuring pyramids, all-seeing eyes, and cryptic symbols have been dissected by conspiracy theorists for years, with some calling them occult signs. Designers and company reps have laughed off those claims, saying it's just artistic design, not coded communication. But to those who believe there's a hidden network behind the fame, those patterns look way too intentional to ignore. It's not just the clothes. Everything from album covers to tour stages to music videos has been torn apart by online analysts convinced Jay-Z is speaking in secret messages. Every pose, light pattern, and background symbol becomes a clue for those who swear they see the language of the elite hiding in plain sight. Now things have taken a darker turn. The footage 50 Cent allegedly has, supposedly recorded at private industry gatherings, has thrown gasoline on the fire. Insiders claim it captures moments that go far beyond normal business talks or celebrity mingling. Whatever's in that footage, it's now tied up in court, sealed from public view, but the whispers about it are loud enough to shake the entire entertainment world. If the footage is real, it breaks one of Hollywood's biggest unwritten rules: keep what happens at private events private. The industry has always been locked down tight: no cameras, no leaks, and plenty of NDAs to protect reputations. So the fact that any of this might have been recorded at all has insiders panicking, because it means the walls that once protected the powerful are finally starting to crack, blending wisdom, swagger, and mystery into his art. But critics argue that this carefully crafted ambiguity isn't just style, it's strategy. They claim he uses mystique as a smokescreen, keeping the public guessing while steering attention away from more serious rumors that could damage his legacy if ever fully confirmed. And then came the statement. Observers quickly noticed that Jay-Z's written response to recent allegations didn't sound like it came from a polished PR team. It sounded sharp, defensive, and legalistic. You could tell the lawyer wrote that, not the publicist. It had a combative tone. That single observation says a lot about what's going on behind the scenes. It shows how the Carters might be shifting away from traditional crisis control and going straight into legal warfare. The so-called ritual footage scandal has now grown far beyond Jay-Z himself. Even Beyoncé, one of the most celebrated entertainers on the planet, has found herself pulled into the swirl of speculation. Her career has been marked by unmatched success, but also by constant whispers and theories about what really powers the empire she and Jay built together. And with every new claim or leaked clip, the questions just keep getting louder. As this legal and cultural storm continues to unfold, one thing's for sure: this isn't just about music anymore. What started as a rivalry between two rap giants has turned into a full-blown battle that's shaking the foundations of fame, money, and power. Every new piece of evidence, every leaked rumor, and every courtroom move seems to pull back another layer of what really goes on behind the bright lights and diamond chains. Jay-Z and 50 Cent have always represented two sides of hip-hop's empire: the polished mogul versus the fearless disruptor. And now, with all eyes locked on this courtroom clash, the future of both their legacies could be on the line. The stakes have never been higher, not just for them, but for the entire entertainment industry that's built on secrets, alliances, and image control. People everywhere are watching closely, wondering who's really telling the truth and what might still be hiding in the shadows. Will 50 Cent's claims change how the world views its biggest stars, or will Jay-Z once again prove why he's called one of the most strategic minds in the game? One thing's certain: this story is far from over. If you've been following every twist and revelation like we have, make sure you don't miss what happens next. Hit that subscribe button, like the video, share it with your friends, and drop a comment below. Tell us what you think about this wild showdown. This story is about to get even crazier.